Oh. Ugh. God damn it. Fuck. I knew this movie was gonna be bad. I knew it was. I saw the trailer. It looked like shit. So I shouldn't be surprised that Ouija was a steaming pile of bull feces. This was fucking awful. This was generic. This was a lame, tame, reaming up your ass fucking horror film. The only thing that's horrifying about this movie is how shitty it is. Oh man, Ouija. So, now I'm going to try to make this rant as short as possible because I don't want to talk about this movie for very long. It fucking sucks. Oh, sucks the shit right out of a duck. Anyway, the movie's directed by Stiles White. Please, Stiles. Stiles White, that sounds like a fucking color for like a paint. Sounds like a name for a type of paint. I like this house of Stiles White. I'm gonna paint my ceiling and my sconces, or I'm gonna paint my wall of Stiles White. It's the right type of white I really like. Stiles White, you are a horrible director. Please don't direct any more movies, because you can't direct shit. The direction in this is stagnant. It's as stagnant and as stale and as stank ass as a fucking swamp. I mean, it is that fucking bad. And not only on top of that, oh my, how many fucking writers, okay. Styles write this too? Okay, you're a shitty writer too. You can't write worse shit. You can't direct worse shit either. And this movie stars Olivia Cooke as Lane Morris. You know, her character should be retitled Lame, because she's a lame lead. She's one note, and that's all she wrote when it comes to her performance, when it comes to her acting. She's fucking dead wood. She's also dead weight. Just like this movie is dead weight. She was sleepwalking through her role so much in this movie. I wanted to whip out my dick and whip her in the face with it to see if she would wake up. Come on, lady. Wake up. You're in a movie. You're a lead. It's time to show some fucking emotion. You need to act like you give a shit. There was one actor in this movie that could actually act, and oh wow, surprisingly, it was an actual actress. It was Lin Shaye. Wow, because everyone else was competent, maybe, but the rest of them were just awful. Bunch of fucking teeny bopper losers who just got casted because of their good looks. Then you have, okay, you have a film. The film's predictable too, okay, and it's boring. Oh my god, it is skull fuckingly boring and dull. I mean, there's, a bad horror film is one thing, but to me, the cardinal sin for any film is for it to be boring, and Ouija is so boring. There's a movie about a board game. Yeah, well, you're gonna be bored out of your goddamn mind watching this movie. And it was a shitty idea in the first place. A movie about a Ouija board? That's your whole movie? I mean, this is the type of thing that's in a little bit of a movie, okay? A Ouija board movie. You have like, okay, in a Ouija board movie, I mean, like, I've seen a lot of horror films where the Ouija board is, like, in one scene. Like in Amityville 3D, for instance. It's in one scene. That's it. It's not the entire movie. There's not enough there. And there's not enough reason for them to even use the Ouija board. Literally, all that happens is lame. She's like, oh, we need to use the Ouija board because I think that my girlfriend, my friend, wants me to use it. Just on a hunch. That's it. They use it on a hunch. So she makes a connection with some spirit named DZ. What is it, Dizzy Devil? Oh my God, she contacted the spirit of Dizzy Devil, and so the spirit was linked because she just decided, oh, I'm gonna do it on a hunch. And there's so many lame things about this movie. Lame, tame scares. I'm talking scares, folks, that you wouldn't even see in a Scooby-Doo cartoon. Some of them you might not see because they're a little bit too intense, I guess, for Scooby-Doo. But there's other shit that just tries hard to be scary, and it's just not. I'm sorry. When, okay, the burner turned on by itself. Oh my God, holy shit. Then later in this film, oh my God, it's on again! The burner is on again! It's the scariest shit ever. The burner was on. Not once, but twice. Oh my God. My spine is tingling out of fright because the burner was on. There's another one where this guy gets scared by chalk. Chalk just rolls out of nowhere in a fucking scene. This guy's running through like a tunnel and chalk rolls down next to him. I'm like, oh my God, it's chalk. Better run away from the chalk because it's gonna get you. And then a shopping cart rolls in front of him and scares him. The jump scares in this are fucking terrible. They wouldn't even scare a fly. And they wouldn't even scare a baby. They're that bad. I mean, a baby in peekaboo. I mean, God. And the stuff. I mean, there was the whole big sort of. It was trying to scare you with the words "hi, friend." I'm sorry, I'm not scared by that. It's supposed to be this big scary moment where you see the words "hi, friend" on like the characters, like in their house or on the wall, or like the guy, oh, it's written in chalk, "Hi, friend." What? Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? That's a scarier idea. That's a scarier film. Mr. Rogers stalking your ass. The fuck? That's shit. And it's predictable. The beginning of the movie starts out with the one actress I thought that had charisma and was actually likable and was hot to boot, but she ends up dying. Of course, she's the one that dies. Played by, what is it, Olivia Cooke. No, Olivia Cooke plays the lead. Debbie, played by Shelley Hennig. And I thought she was likable. And what happens is she finds the Ouija board. She looks through the arrow thing through the glass. She gets possessed, and she grabs some lights off of her wall. And I predicted this. She's gonna hang herself. Oh, right off the bat, right after I said that, she hangs herself. Opening credits. Great, lovely. And then now I'm stuck with this fucking dead wood of a lead. Lame Morris, played by Olivia Cooke, and her friends, who are just cookie cutter horror movie cliche stereotypes. And there's so many cliches in this. There's just predictable as fuck. I mean, literally, this movie is pointless. There's no need to even watch this shit. And it made $67 fucking million. This shit made $67 million. That's fucking pathetic. That's more money than some of the horror classics made in the 80s. There's something wrong with the picture here, folks. When a shitty movie like this makes $67 million. It's time for the horror fans to have a little bit of I don't know. Um, let's have a lot less complacency when it comes to the horror genre. Let's not just go to the theater because it's a horror film, okay? Because you end up with this shit like fucking Ouija making $67 million fucking dollars. Oh my fucking god. Anyway, so what? I'm gonna talk about the plot some more? Okay, Olivia Cooke, lame. She goes over with her lame friends, and she convinces them to use the Ouija board to talk to her friend. And of course, oh shit, you find out it's not Debbie, it's some other spirit. And you find out it's some old witch bitch who I guess you thought it was her, but it was actually some little girl who in a twisted near the oh my god, spoilers, who cares? You shouldn't be watching this movie anyway. It's a piece of shit. Um, if you like the movie, that's fine. Cool. I don't have a problem with that. But I didn't. I hated this fucking movie. I hated it. I hated it so much. This is a movie this is one of the worst horror films I've seen in the past 5 years. It's one of the worst fucking movies of the year for me. There's no doubt about it. One of the worst movies of the year for me. It's only 89 minutes, but it felt like it was forever and a day. It felt like it was forever and a day for me. The only entertainment I got out of it was when I was laughing at its ass. Anyway, so you find out, and in the twist, okay, I'll get to it later. What happens is you see some dumb, stupid scares like the burner is on again, and some guy trips and slips over his dick and smashes his head into a mirror. Wonderful. Then they leave the house, and then of course more of these people start getting possessed. Oh, hi, friend. Okay, you had that thing where you're like, hi, friend. Which I'm like, I'm not scared by that shit. Oh my god. It's so scary. Hi, friend. What is it, Barney? Fucking Barney? That would be scarier too. Fucking Barney is scarier than this shit. I mean, that's pathetic. And anyway, oh yeah, the lights went out too, of course. Oh, ooh, spooky. More like shitty. So, oh, so oh my god, this movie. So, anyways, what happens is they end up going back with the They don't really take the Olivia Cooke lame. She takes the Ouija board with her to her place, and her friends start getting possessed. Her girlfriend, one of her girlfriends, a really lame kill. What happens is she's flossing, and her mouth gets sewn shut because one of the ghost girls has her mouth sewn shut, and of course she ends up getting possessed, and then she ends up getting possessed, and she takes a header right into the sink. And that's how she dies. It's like she gets knocked the fuck out. She gets knocked out cold, and I'm like, you know what? I wish I was her right now, just knocked out cold, so I don't have to watch this shit anymore. So, just it was laughable. Her eyes go white, and she's like, and then clunk, and he falls on the ground, and her bathtub overflowed. So then the little bit of blood that pours out of her head, goes with the water, but it's shitty CGI, so it looks like it's fucking Kool-Aid. I was like, oh my god, she's bleeding Kool-Aid. Yeah, oh yeah. Expected the Kool-Aid Man to pop out of the wall. Hey, that would have been a good jump scare. The Kool-Aid Man just show up out of nowhere and scare the shit out of the audience, wake them up. It's better than anything this movie tried to do to wake its audience up, because it was bored of this board game movie. So she dies, then the lame goes in, and she decides to do some research, tries to figure out this mystery, goes up in the attic, she watches more clips of her friend, which makes me want to have the girl play Debbie be the lead, instead of this boring, lame, ass, shitty actress. No offense to her personally, but what did she do to get this lead role? Did she suck? off the director's dick? What did she do? Because it doesn't look like she has very much of any talent. She should have been the one that got hanged in the beginning. And she's not leading lady material. She's not a lead, and it shows. And her performance is just bland, just like the rest of the movie, and she's uninteresting. She has the same tone of voice. Well, we should. What are you telling me about the Ouija board? We should do this, and I don't know. I'm like, bitch, wake up! Just wake up! Wake the fuck up! Stop freebasing the fucking no-dos, lady. Anyway, just So you just have this movie it drags and drags and drags. You know where the plot is going, and you're just waiting for the movie to catch up. And this actress, Olivia Cooke, she's like the fucking evil bastard spawn of Kat Dennings and Helen Page mixed in with a little bit of Kirsten Stewart. It's a horrible concoction, folks. She's an abomination that has to be seen to be believed when it comes to her performance. And she has the same look on her face every time. It's like, this is really bad. Really, really bad. So over the course of the film, they have to keep going back and forth into the fucking house and, trying to figure out the mystery. She goes and visits Lin Shaye, and that's the one scene where you have one actor who actually does a good job. Lin Shaye was great in the 2 scenes she was in. And then she ends up getting advice from her, and of course, she gets tricked in a twist. You find out that the old lady, the mother, was actually trying to protect them, and she unleashed the evil bastard, evil little child upon the world, and now she possessed her boyfriend, or her, not really her boyfriend, I think it was, or was her her friend's boyfriend, I don't really fucking care. He gets possessed, his mouth gets sewn shut too, like he's fucking Deadpool in X-Men Origins X-Men Wolverine Origins. What the fuck that name of that movie was? X-Men Origins Wolverine. There we go. I got it right. Whatever. The movie sucked. Deadpool sucked in that too. And so you find the climax of the film is just what you thought it was. They gotta find a way to break the link, so they gotta burn the fucking witch bitch's daughter's body, and then also get rid of the Ouija board at the same time. And Debbie makes a triumphant return and helps her friend stop the evil presence, and that's it. They throw the fucking Ouija board in the boiler, like it's basically in the boiler room. They throw it in the fucking furnace, it burns along with the body of the evil little girl, and then it all burns, and the little girl goes poof into shitty CGI. And they had one little bit of practical effects with that girl and like one scene at the end, but the rest of the shit was CGI. There's even lame kills, like a guy falls and drowns in a fucking pool. He gets stuck in the pool cover. I'm like, this shit, really? You know who did a better job with this type of kill? Poltergeist 3! And you know what? Poltergeist 3 was a better movie than this! And Poltergeist 3 is a piece of shit. Poltergeist 3 is a terrible fucking movie. And I like that better than this movie. At least it tried to do something different. It fucked it up and it looked like shit and it was cheap looking and it was lame, but at least it tried to do something. This was just cliched, milquetoast, run-of-the-mill, been there, done that horror. You've seen this a billion fucking times if you're a fan of the horror genre. That's why I'm like, why did this make $67 million? Is it because the teenagers just flocked to see it? Because it's a horror movie for teens. It's also a horror movie for idiots. I'm sorry. I was trying to make a joke versus, like, oh, it's the idiot's guide to, Home Improvement or something. It's the idiot's guide to horror movies. I didn't mean to offend anybody there with that. If I did, I'm sorry. But it's just a shitty movie. It's a dumb, It's not necessarily really. It's not really dumb. It's just a shitty film. It's lame. It's tame. It wouldn't even scare your grandma. It's about as scary as fucking Frankenberry. And it's just not a good movie, folks. If you want to watch a good horror film this year, I would suggest watching anything other than Ouija, because it'll be a waste of your goddamn time. It was mine. Waste of an hour and a half that I could have done something better with. I could have fucking could have fucking cleaned out my belly button lint. That would have been a more engaging experience than watching this movie. I really could. I'd rather gargle with fucking hydrochloric fucking acid. With fucking, yeah, I said it. Gargle with fucking hydrochloric acid than watch this fucking shitty movie again. At least I will feel something other than the fucking boardroom slamming through my skull. Anyway, I I really don't know what to say about this movie. There's really not much else I can say, except it's a stanky ass armpit of a fucking movie. It's a piece of trash. It needs to be taken out to the curb and thrown into the fucking trash compactor and then taken to the fucking dump where birds and every other fucking animal can take dumps on it. That's how bad this movie is. It's just a waste. It's a waste. And when I felt like watching this, I felt like I was getting a wedgie. A major big wedgie right up my fucking ass crack, twisting my balls into a fucking pretzel. Painful, boring, lame, tame, bullshit, shitty motherfucking skull blasting anal fucking horseshit. And that's pretty much, I can't really say much else. It's fucking horseshit. It's a piece of trash. Take it out, get it out of my face. And I really don't know what else to say about Ouija, except, it's it's exactly what you think. If you thought this was going to be bad, it is. It is bad. And then some. And it's a shitty movie. It's a shitty idea, and I cannot believe this made $67 million. That's fucking pathetic. Just like this movie. And, instead of Ouija, it's Ouija. Oh, I'm saying it wrong. Ouija. I don't fucking care. It's a Ouija. You know what a Ouija is? It's that thing that people at the gas station use to scrape off the water off their windshield. This movie is a dirty, stanky ass Ouija that somebody wiped their ass with and then gave it to you and then made you smell it right all up in there. Fuck this movie. I really don't know what to say about it except a rated a 5-star. I'll give it a half a star for fucking Lin Shaye. That's it. It didn't do anything with the concept. You have a Ouija board and you just have the most generic, lame ass fucking plot imaginable. And instead of doing something unique with it, like Jumanji meets House, they couldn't even do that. So it's lazy, uninspired, lame ass bullshit. Anyway, thank you for watching my rant on Ouija, and I will see you guys later. See ya. Fuck this fucking movie up its fucking ass.